What's going on, people? It's your boy, Soulfist. Soulfist! Soulfist. Um, I guess this is like I might do this every month. I would like to. I hope I stay in the mood to. I'm not quite sure. But, uh, I don't want to quite disappear and fade away from YouTube. Kind of like how I've done to reality, real life, whatever you want to call it. And I'm trying to change that as well. So what's up with Soul? That's what you know. What I might. That's what I might name this video. What's up with Soul? Last year was a very, very tough year, and contrary to what you may believe, it had absolutely nothing to do with this coronavirus. Honestly, this virus hasn't affected my life at all in the slightest. I actually don't even give a damn about it. A lot of other stuff happened to me, and I finally started getting to this place where I've crawled out of this spiral of just depression and anxiety and sadness and loneliness, and maybe I'm starting to do better. I'm not sure though. So that's kind of what this video is about, just what's going on. um I there was a lot of things that I enjoy doing that I stopped doing. Something as simple as reading manga, playing my game. I was so depressed I couldn't even do that. I started somewhat again, trying to find that passion and joy I used to have, but it's hard, man. And I've heard, things like, people enjoy being depressed or misery loves company and stuff like that. And maybe to some extent that's true. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess I could just say it's hard to, once you start getting to that spot, it's hard to stop being that way. So, what have I been doing? Basically, just going to work, man. Keeping a roof over my head. Thank God I still have the strength to do that. But outside of that, I'm not really sure where I'm at anymore. There's some things recently that's been invoking a lot of passion and joy in me. I've been playing like, Immortals Phoenix Rising. I love that game. It's been, while I was playing that, I felt, happy for a while. I got to get back into playing that. Battle for Bikini Bottom, I recently went and bought that because it reminded me of my childhood, and I just sat there and I just tried to play. I got stuck on one level. I don't know how the hell I'm stuck, because I beat this game when I was like fucking 10 or something like that, And somehow I'm a grown ass adult and I'm stuck. So I don't know how I beat a game when I was 10, but I'm like an adult and I'm stuck on it now. So, and I'm towards the end of the game. That's what's upsetting me. But I got to go back and finish that too. I got to get back into reading My Hero and Black Clover and trying some other stuff. Anime, I haven't been watching anything, but I started the series King and Ashura. I love it. I love it. I love it to death. Oh my god! I finished the first 2 seasons. I can't wait to keep watching more of it. And when the season 3 comes out, a friend of mine told me it's kind of like 'cause I'm watching it with a friend of mine, and he told me, bro, this is like Baki the Grappler. You should check that out. And I was like, okay, well I'll go check out Baki after this. Maybe I'll find some joy in that. Got to finish JoJo's. I'm like on season 3 of that. I gotta with Jotaro and stuff. I gotta finish that up. Just yesterday, I read every chapter of some manga called Redo of a Healer or something like that, because I saw the first 2 episodes. I was like, bro, this is disturbing as hell. Can't wait to see what happens next. So, I didn't want to wait for episode 3, so I sat there and for the entire night I just read manga, chapter after chapter after chapter. Technically speaking, it's 30 something chapters, but each chapter is broken into 3 parts. So it's really like 80 something chapters or whatever. But I've been doing that, and slowly but surely, I'm falling in love with my passions again. I think that's a good sign. But as opposed to everything else, still gray. As of right now, I've been putting this off. I got to get a new PC or a laptop or something to work on so I can make content again. I definitely got to do that. Hell, I got to get a new phone. I got to do that. Just been putting that off, making all sorts of excuses. Personally, I've been dealing with some legal issues that I'm not necessarily going to get into because they're not necessarily too severe, and it seems like all that's about to be over soon. So if if all this clears up, these court dates and stuff, then they'll be good. They'll be a load off my shoulders, so I'll be able to focus on my life again. But that's just a problem. I'm having a hard time focusing on my life. If I could be honest, I feel like I've just been like, just moving along, drifting by. How can I explain it? It's like, imagine you were drowning. You found yourself drowning, and then you tried and tried and tried to swim your way to the top, to reach the surface, to get oxygen. But then after a while, you just got tired of swimming, and then you found yourself in some kind of state where you just sink into the bottom. And the only thing I really really wish is that I could just have somebody kind of just grab my hand and and say, hey, you don't have to try so hard on your own, and they'll help me back up to the surface. They'll help me reach the top, but I'm starting to realize that's not really going to happen. And for a while, that defeated me. You know, this loneliness, this depression, this anxiety, this restlessness. It's for the longest time, I've just wished I could have somebody just kind of rescue me from it, but I don't think that's going to happen. And but I've gotten to the point where, cause see, this has happened before to me, a little bit before I even started YouTube and stuff. I started YouTube probably as a product of this, but there was a point in my life when I decided, instead of letting this loneliness defeat me, I was gonna throw myself into myself, I guess, and just focus on things that make me happy. And for a while that worked. It helped, but after a while it became kind of tiring because life just kept coming at me in more ways than one, and then I let myself sink again. Sorry for all the metaphors. I don't know. It's the only way I could explain it. And then recently I found myself in this place where I don't necessarily feel so as much depressed as I was, but maybe more so just apathetic. Like I just stopped caring. I stopped caring. I stopped trying. And I don't think that's the right thing to do. But it's hard when you feel like, when you realize, not even feel like, where, here you are in this world, and, when people always tell you, hey man, you're so funny, or you're so genuine, and this and that, and you're so charismatic, and you realize a lot of people like you. A lot of people like you, but nobody really loves you. Nobody really cares about you. And that's not to sound. I hate to sound. I hate to say that, because I have a handful of friends, and I'm so grateful for them. I don't want this to come off as I don't acknowledge what they've done for me and how they've been to me, because I could count on one hand how many people I'm truly really connected to. And I love these dudes, man. I don't even consider them friends. They're my brothers, if I could be honest. And I never want to seem like I'm not grateful for them. But if it wasn't for them, I really don't know how I'd be mentally. So I try to spend as much time with them as I can. But they all have lives, spouses, children, etc. I mean, people get busy. I can't depend on them. I have to do this on my own to a certain extent. And that's why I'm running into a little bit of trouble. Finding the strength to do it on my own. I have to find a reason for myself to be happy. I can't depend on other people for happiness. And I'm at the point where I realized it's probably what I've been doing wrong. I've been searching so hard to find people to help me be happy, but that's just not cutting it anymore. So yeah, I gotta do something else. I do feel better because honest to God, I don't even remember last year. Last year kind of disappeared into all the empty bottles I left lying on my floor, if I could be honest. So I'm trying to stop doing that, but sobriety is a bitch and a half because the more I try to stay sober, the more I realize how much I just hate this wretched existence that I'm forced to live in. And last year I made some mistakes due to that depression I was going through. I put my all and my everything into someone, hoping she'd be my happiness, hoping she'd be my escape, and then it didn't work out that way. And now she's off somewhere with someone else doing whatever. And I try my best not to think about it, but at the end of the day, I have to realize, well, damn, I was preyed upon by somebody who saw me in a weakened state and knew they could take advantage of me. And that sucks, admitting that to yourself. What sucks more is that I used to not be this way. You know, I got my brothers that asked me, man, damn, guy, like, you know, why are you tolerating this? And why are you doing so much? Or, you know, like, damn, you know, because you're not the type of person to do this. You know, you're very hard on thoughts, as they would say. But I don't know. Maybe because I feel like I want to change. I want to be different. I want to pair off and grow old and die with somebody, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Not to say that it would never happen, but it just, as of right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. And I think that's my fault, because I'm so fixated on this loneliness. And when I lost my dad, it hit a whole new level, because there was nobody on this planet I was closer to than my dad. And since he's not around, in a physical form at least anymore, I felt like a giant part of myself just disappeared. I wish I was as close to my other family members as my dad, but the truth is I'm not. Outside of my older sisters, my actual biological brothers, I'm not that close to them. My mother, my stepfather, I love them to death, but I'm not that close. I'm not that level of closeness as I was with my dad. The only person who reaches my level of closeness, not the same, but just comes close as my three older sisters and my cousin, who's in the military right now, and I haven't seen him in years. But I call him and I speak to him and his wife as much as I possibly can, because I feel happy when I do that. But right now but I gotta not necessarily stop doing that, but I gotta stop depending on people to not feel hopeless, you know. So what does that mean? You know, how do I fix that? Well, like I said, I've been, like I said, I've been reading manga, watching anime, trying to play my game, those things, doing that again. The movie theaters are closed down. That was a big part of my life. I went to the movies like twice a month. I love the experience of going to the movies with my older bro Elias. Can't really do that anymore because of this whole virus thing, so that was taken from me. Uh, Buying, collecting figures and stuff like that, I love doing that. I'm gonna get back into that more. But I'm just trying to re-invoke those passions while looking for new passions. You know, I started working out again. Started learning to box. That's helpful. It's a good release. I'm about to pretty soon go take this class to get my concealed carry license, because with a friend of mine, a brother of mine, you know, I started shooting. It's cool. I like it. You know, I want to improve my accuracy. It's just, but that's a new passion. You know what I mean? But this is just kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to. It's like I have to find out who I am again. And thought I already did that, but I guess I didn't do it all the way. And honestly, the main reason you guys haven't heard too much from me is because, well, you guys don't really know who I am. You guys know who Soul is, and to be fair, Soul is a part of my personality, exaggerated to the highest degree. But Soul is a part of my personality. But I don't really know how to be Soul. If I try to be Soul, it feels like I'm faking it. There's a point in my life when I had no problems being Soul, But right now, it's just like I feel like if I try to make videos, if I try to do stuff, I feel like I'm pretending to be Soul, and that's the last thing I want to do. So I think you guys would tell. The truth is, it's just I'm just broken. And I wrote a song a while ago called Cruel, but a lyric in that song was like, "Broken people stay quiet, we conceal it. Broken people stay quiet, we conceal it. We bottle up and riot, and now we villains." Huh? Yeah, but maybe bottling up isn't the best case. Is you should ignore when you realize you're broken. You should try your best to fix that. And here comes, here we are, January 2021. My father passed in February 2020. It's almost been a year, and I don't even know what the hell happened this last year. I don't even know what the hell I did. I don't know what I've been doing. Besides getting blackout drunk so I can fall asleep. And that's the guy. It's sad, really. I wish I wasn't this way, but I am. So now I'm just trying to move past it. And this might sound like, oh my God, what the hell? This is so personal. What the hell is so? It's just, well, just being real with you guys for a minute. I want to come back. I want to come back to YouTube. I want to do streams with Dustin and Valen and Stony and Loner and Z-Boy and Florian. Man, I want to. I just can't, because I'm not that person right now. And I either need to evolve and become a different version of that person, or find a way to be that person again. But right now I'm not doing it. Right now I'm just the real me, and the real me isn't he's very dysfunctional. How can I can just leave it at that. But he's doing better. We're doing better. And we're getting to the point where we can probably open up and speak about it. And there's a homie of mine at my job. I've developed a really, really good relationship with him. A cat who's way younger than me, but I see a lot of myself in him. And he's holding me up a lot because he has a lot of problems. And now I always talk to him about his problems because I've been through them. But then he'll tell me, man, how can you sit here and try to tell me, not in a negative way, but how can you tell me to move past these problems when you're letting them defeat you again? I mean, you got a point. But he's been telling me to maybe try to seek professional help, therapy, and stuff like that. I've done that before, though. It wasn't my choice, It was done to me by my mother. Then I hit 17 and decided I don't want to do that no more. I was tired of the medication. I was tired of the visits. I was tired of talking to people and them just prescribing me, because it wasn't working. It wasn't helping. I guess my problem is I feel like people are just trying to fix me. And I don't really think that's wrong with me. I just think I just need a little bit of help. Some compassion, some warmth, something. And there are ways I find that. Like I said, I have a handful of friends. I love them to death. They show me that warmth and compassion. A couple of months ago, I have had her for about 6 months. I have a puppy. I love her to death. She's a year old. A year and a month, whatever. Every day I come home, she's happy to see me, and that makes me feel good. I'm just looking for stuff like that, to not feel like my existence is meaningless. And if anybody's listening to this and it's probably something too deep for you or too dark for you or whatever, then I'm sorry. That's just where I'm at. But I have a handful of subscribers on this page. I'd like to think I've entertained you guys, made you laugh, made you look forward to my reviews or my reactions or whatever. And I apologize for not delivering any of that and not being that guy. But just know I'm working towards it. I might do this once a month. At the end of February next month, I might just make another video and keep going and stuff. And maybe this will help. Maybe talking about it will be some kind of catharsis. That was my thought and opinion going to this. But right now, I feel like this field you're looking at. It's a lot of it, grass, trees. There's a lot here, but it's all dead. Or maybe one day it'll be luscious and green and full of life. That's kind of how I feel. A lot of personality, a lot of thoughts, a lot of opinions, and maybe one day it won't be so dead inside. I'm trying to figure it out. It's your boy, Sophus, Hell Hydra.